The real estate agent called it a unique opportunity. The house on Acacia Drive in the quiet suburb of Crestview had been on the market for only 2 weeks, and the price was a good 40% below market value. The previous owners, the Peterson family, had moved out in a hurry, leaving an old bicycle in the garage and a strange Swedish smell in the basement that wouldn't go away no matter how much we aired the place out. My wife Julia and I saw it as a stroke of luck. America, a roof over our heads, a green lawn for barbecues. Our 7-year-old son Leo sat silently in the car, staring out the window at the neat little houses that looked like jewelry boxes. The first thing we noticed was the absolute silence on the street. No barking dogs, no children's shouts. Just the buzz of a lawnmower on Saturdays, and even that seemed to come from somewhere far away. Just a conservative neighborhood. Everyone values their privacy, I reassured myself. The strangeness started with Leo. He had always been a quiet child, but here his silence became oppressive. He stopped playing in his room, preferring to sit in the living room and stare at the wall we shared with the neighbor's house. "Who are you talking to?" Julia asked him once, catching him muttering under his breath. "With Mr. Smith," Leo answered simply. "He lives next door. He says he has very white skin, and that Mr. Peterson's children made noise at night. He doesn't like that." Mr. Smith, an elderly man, our neighbor to the left. We had only seen him once. He was trimming bushes in his garden, wearing a wide-brimmed hat and gloves up to his elbows, despite the blazing sun. He gave a polite nod, but didn't come over to say hello. I chalked it up to the eccentricity of old age. One night, I woke up to a sound. It was a scraping noise, metal on metal, quiet but persistent, as if someone was sharpening a knife in the neighbor's garage. I went to the window. The light was on in Mr. Smith's kitchen, and I saw his silhouette. He was standing at a table methodically, with incredible care, repeating the same motion, up and down, up and down. The next morning, Julia, pale, showed me Leo's drawing book. The first page had a picture of our house. The second page showed our house and Mr. Smith's house, connected underground by a thick red line. The third page had stick figures, our family and a tall silhouette in a hat. A red line led from him to us. A creepy feeling made me check the city archives. The house on Acacia Drive, number 13, was built in 1952 by a man named Alan Smith, a developer. He had lived there alone until his death I reread the date several times, until his death in 1987. 35 years ago. I walked out of the city hall with a soul-chilling understanding. I approached house number 11, our house. Tied to the gate was a balloon, white, dirty, with faded letters that said, "Happy Birthday." Balloons just like it, I now remembered, were in an old photograph of the Peterson family we had found in a box in the attic. With a trembling hand, I untied the ribbon. The balloon popped silently, releasing a crumpled piece of paper onto the ground. A child's handwriting in purple marker. He says he needs quiet and a new family. Thank you for being here now. We can leave. I looked up at the window of Mr. Smith's bedroom. Behind the curtain, almost invisible, stood the silhouette in the wide-brimmed hat. And it was watching. Just watching. And then it waved at me, quietly, with just its fingers. And I understood why the house on Acacia Drive was so cheap, and why it was so quiet here. The silence wasn't a sign of privacy. It was a condition of the lease. A lease we, without knowing it, had extended the moment we stepped over the threshold of this house. Forever.